Hello, my name is Nathanael Archila, and I am a graduate from the Digital Photography and Digital Filmmaking and Video Production program. So first and foremost, I served 6 years in the United States Navy, where I was a hospital corpsman. The military teaches precision, it teaches discipline, and above all, I believe that it teaches excellence. Coming from that, where excellence is the expectation, I carry that with me now in everything that I do. Transitioning from the military to a creative career was a little bit of an adjustment for sure, because in the military we have rules, we have a way of doing things, we have instructions that kind of guide us as to how to proceed forward in any given situation. With creativity, there's no rule book, there's no guidelines, there's no, this is the way that you should do this is the way you should do that. It's literally be free and create. One of the driving forces that led me to attend F.I.R.S.T Institute for photography and for film was just the fact that I didn't have to complete any general eds, and coming from universities and colleges that was the requirement, and finding an institution where that wasn't the case, for me it felt very no-brainer. It was very, like I can just hop right into what I want to do, and there's no preliminary requirements that kind of seem redundant. As it relates to photography, I mainly specialize in self-portraiture, but I would like to say that my self-portraiture is a little bit more different, a little bit more abstract. I play off the idea of familiarity within my work, so I essentially invite people to sit in my shoes for just a moment. As it relates to film now, I would like to describe my film style as very raw, very vulnerable. I like to create visual narratives with very mundane, simple ideas. So the first project that I did that was really like a pivotal moment for me is actually one that was kind of like a final evaluation for, I think it was like the 101 course. And I entitled the piece Amen. And that was kind of my acceptance into a very horrific event that had occurred a couple years back. So to me, I had never created something like that. This is my first time doing a self-portrait, and I was showing people my scars, and I was showing people vulnerability through my work. It really honestly changed how I viewed my artwork going forward, because I knew that everything I had to create moving forward had to come from a place of intention and of purpose. So the last project that I made is entitled Let Me Paint You a Picture. When you are recollecting a memory, when you are having to explain a memory, there's this certain phrase that people say, they're like, oh, let me paint you a picture. I wanted to do the same thing, but with my own experience. I wanted to paint a picture. There's a brief moment of chaos in the film, and in that brief moment of chaos, I really wanted to take my audience to a moment that I was in. Film essentially asks the question, how do we move forward? For many artists, we find that creation is how we move forward. Looking back on day one of being here at F.I.R.S.T Institute, there was a lot of different things that I was going through. For a while, this institute was like a little bit of an escape for me. I found a lot of peace here, and being able to create, being amongst my peers. I had an instructor, his name is Houston White, one of the greatest. He gave us some very sound and artistic advice one day. And he says, whenever you find yourself in a creative block, whenever you find yourself in a moment where you feel like giving up, go experience life. Go throw yourself back out there, go find the things that you love to do. He says, I guarantee you, you'll find it again. If you're thinking about coming to F.I.R.S.T, I say just do it. I say just do it, because at the end of the day, you're still leaving with so much knowledge. The amount of stuff that you learn within a matter of 10 months is kind of insane. You went to, not knowing how to take photos to knowing how to start a business, or not knowing how to create a film, and now you're creating commercials, and now you're booking clients, and it's just like the possibilities are endless. But at the end of the day, as much as you put out, that's how much that you're gonna also receive as well too. So